negative words, that is curses and all that. A curse is a word, if you're right, a curse is a word that is offensive in nature, and these words are triggered by anger. Amen? A curse is a word that is triggered by anger. I'm talking kasirika, the words that come out of their mouth into a curse. They carry trouble and misfortune with them. Carry trouble and misfortune with them. When a curse is spoken, a ban is in place. When a curse is spoken, a ban is in place. What do I mean? Like, when I say that you shall not leave, a ban. Do you understand by what I mean by a ban? So when a curse is spoken, a ban is put in place. The curse excommunicates the blessings of God. They excommunicate the goodness of God in one's life. Curses just don't die. This is where I want you to pay attention. Curses don't just die. Words never die. So it needs, for a curse, you need to deal with them. And that's what we are doing today. Amen? Amen. So someone has to deal with those words that were spoken with anger. Hallelujah. Amen. Destiny is destroyed. Destiny is destroyed in the hands of someone who has refused to pray. When you know something is wrong with you, no make up or expecting things to change, it will not change. Destiny decays at the hands of someone who has refused to wage war with their lives. Amen? Amen? Amen. The Bible says in Psalms 11 verse 3, a common scripture, if the foundations are destroyed, what will the righteous do? This is a very interesting scripture. The Bible doesn't say that what will we do. The key word there is righteous. It is talking about the believers, those who have accepted Jesus Christ as their personal Savior. So if your foundation is broken, what will you as a believer do? Amen? 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 Amen. So this day, I want us to look at some examples of verbal utterances that were spoken by people. As I've said in Romans chapter 15, this word was written for our learning. Amen? So I want us to look at some of the examples of people that their lives were cut short because of the utterances that were made by people. Number one, parental insults or parental curses. Genesis 49, verse 3 and 4.
Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity and the excellency of power. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defilest thou, he went up to my couch.
Those were the words of Jacob speaking to his son, his firstborn son Reuben. In anger, he uttered those words and he said, you shall be unstable, you shall die. So the parental insult, the parental curse put a ban on Reuben. And the Bible says in Deuteronomy 33 verse 6, Deuteronomy 33 verse 6, and Moses observed this lineage of Reuben, and akaona kuna shida mahali. The tribe of Reuben were few. Ukiangalia hiyo genealogy, ukonaona the tribe of tribe moja, Issachar, were like 50,000 people going to war. Ukiona the tribe of Joseph, like 100 people going to war. But ukiangalia the tribe of Reuben, zilikuwa hapo kitu 5K hapo, 10K, because of the curse that was spoken. Note, this curse was spoken to Reuben, but this curse affected the generation that were to come.
Deuteronomy 33 verse 6, let Reuben live and not die, and let not his men be few.
Amen. Amen. And those were the words of Moses. Let Reuben live and not die. It took someone who decided in his mind, this generation will not die. This generation will continue to live. It took someone who stood up. See Kama and Reuben, they continued being few. They never did something about it until Moses, anointed by God, stood up and declared, Reuben, you shall live. Amen? Amen? 1 Samuel 20 from 29 to 31.
1 Samuel 20, 21.
29
to 31. 1 Samuel 20 to 29. And he said, let me go, I pray thee, for our family has a sacrifice in the city, and my brother, he has commanded me to be there. And now if I have found favor in thy eyes, let me get away, I pray thee, and see my brethren. Therefore he cometh not unto the king's table. Then Saul's anger was kindled against Jonathan, and he said unto him, Thou son of the perverse rebellious woman, do not I know that thou hast chosen the son of Jesse to thine own confusion, and unto the confusion of thy mother's nakedness? For as long as the son of Jesse liveth upon the ground, thou shalt not be established, nor thy kingdom. Wherefore now send and fetch him unto me, for he shall surely die.
Amen. God, at this point, God had already anointed David as king. Now, the Spirit of God had left Saul. But Saul decided in anger, because Jonathan decided to support David. In anger, Saul pronounced a curse. Remember, the Spirit of God has left Saul. But Saul is an authority figure, is a parent. Remember, we are dealing with parental curses, parental insult. Saul is a parent to Jonathan, and Saul akasema, you shall not be established. Even though the Spirit of God had left him, Saul said, you shall not be established. Regardless of whether your parents are born again, regardless of whether they drink until wanamuka kwa mtaro, regardless of what they do, whether ni umeokoka uko holy unaenda heaven, now wanaenda hell, regardless of who you are, any word, any negative word from your parent is a curse. Amen? Any negative word from your parent is a curse. Saul akambia Jonathan. Remember, Jonathan was doing the right thing according to the will of God. But Saul akasema, you shall not be established. Established means to settle in a position. To settle in a position. It means to build. It means to stand. To settle in a position, to build, to stand. After that, Jonathan wakaenda in battle, and Jonathan was killed in battle. A prince was killed in battle. He was never established in any position. He wasn't established in any position. Even though the kingship anointing had left their lineage, I know David of course angemtafutia kacheo. Kungekuwa na handshake hapo, angepewa like some position, maybe a prime minister or etc. But according to the words of his father, you shall not be established. And so Jonathan died in battle. Let us look at the son of Jonathan. What happened to him? Jonathan had a son called Siwaski. Yes, him. So he was living in a place called Lodibar. Lodibar is a place of no pasture, of no communication. It was a place of a forgotten people. Remember what I told you, that Saul alisema, you shall not be established. No unaona place huyo mzee alienda kusettle in a place of no pasture. Where there is no pasture, you cannot be settled in any position. Where there is no communication, you cannot build anything because you need people. Amen? Amen? So I want you to analyze your life. That is point number 1, parental insult. Analyze your life. If there is anything you know your parents ever uttered in anger, today we are dealing with those words. Amen? Amen? Whether you did knowingly or unknowingly, today we are dealing with those words. And as I said before, destiny decays in a person who has refused to wage war for his life. Amen? Amen? Number 2, household covenants. 1 Samuel 20 verse 16.
1 Samuel 20 verse 16. So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David, saying, let the Lord even require it at the hand of David's enemies.
Continue.
And Jonathan caused David to swear again because he loved him, for he loved him as he loved his own soul.
Jonathan, hapo hivyo verse 16 inasema, he made a covenant with the household of David. He made a covenant with the household of David. As in, alisema, me and my house.
Verse 15, but also thou shalt not cut off thy kindness from my house forever. No, not when the Lord has cut off the enemies of David, everyone from the face of the earth.
Yes, you shall not cut off kindness from my household. That's why, ukiendelea kusoma, David, after many years, David akakumbuka, I made a vow, I made a covenant vow with the household of Saul, and Jonathan did the same. So David anakumbukanga, is there anyone from the household of Saul? Bible is very clear, from the household of Saul, that I may show kindness. He made an obligation to show kindness to the household of Jonathan. Household covenants are so binding. As in, right now, you may not know what covenants your parents got you into. But today, I believe by the leading of the Spirit of God, the Bible says we do not know how to pray, but the Spirit of God gives us praise in us, utterance that we cannot understand. I believe right now that when we pray, the Lord will open the eyes of your understanding to know what is this ban.
Judges 16 from verse 6 to 17. And Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lies, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. And Samson said unto her, if they bind me with the 7 green wheat that were never dried, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Then the lords of the Philistines brought unto her 7 green wheats which had not been dried, and she bound him with them. Now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. And she said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he broke the wheat as a thread of tow is broken when it touches the fire. So his strength was not known. And Delilah said unto Samson, behold, thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, if they bind me fast with new ropes that never were occupied, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith, and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there were liars in wait, abiding in the chamber, and he broke them from off his arms like a thread. And Delilah said unto Samson, hitherto.
And Delilah said to Samson, Delilah uttered words. What did she say?
Thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, if thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. And she fastened it with the pin, and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awaked out of his sleep, and went away with the pin of the beam and the web. And she said unto him, how canst thou say, I love thee, when thy heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherewith thy great strength lies. And it came to pass, when she praised him daily with her words, and urged him, so that his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart, and said unto her, There has not come a razor upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man.
The Bible says that in verse 16, she passed at her, yani alimnag, by the words of her mouth, alimnag, mpaka tu Samson akagivin. The Bible says that he told her all his heart. Through sexual stronghold, Samson gave out his secret, the secret where his strength lay. The Bible says that he told her all his heart. He opened his mouth, akapeana the secret of his strength. Samson went into Delilah as a judge. Ukimalizia, at the end of it, he became a grinder. Simnajua grinder. He went in a judge, he came out as a grinder because of sexual stronghold. Sexual stronghold made him give away his secrets. Amen. Today, not tonight, this afternoon, I want you to pray against every sexual stronghold. You know yourself, any sexual stronghold that you gave out something that you are not supposed to give. Maybe even your parents, through that sexual stronghold, ushiona zile familia, as in a father has a mpango, na huo mpango anapewa kila kitu. As in, anaitishanga gari, anapewa. While you, the legal children, hamna school fees. Amen? So today, I want you to deal with these verbal utterances. Verbal utterances that come into covenant because of sexual stronghold. Amen? Unani get? Unani get? It may not be you. Nyinyi mmeokoka, nyinyi wazuri. But you do not know what happened. What your grandfather gave because of sexual stronghold, what your grandmother gave because of your of their sexual stronghold. Pengine they gave out their land yenye ilikuwa inaambiwa this is your inheritance, but because of the sexual stronghold wakauza shamba, and the shamba ikaenda maybe kwa the other woman. Today I want you to believe for a restoration. Amen. Amen. The last one. The last one. Words spoken by our enemies. Words spoken by our enemies. 1 Kings chapter 19, 1-4.
1 Kings chapter 19, 1-4. And Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, and with all how he had slain all the prophets with the sword. Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, So let the gods do to me, and more also, even make not a life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. And when he saw that, he arose and went for his life, and came to Bathsheba, which belonged to Judah, and left his servant there. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat under a juniper tree, and he requested for himself that he might die, and said, It is enough now, O Lord, take away my life, for I am not better than my fathers.
Amen. Jezebel, words spoken by our enemies. Jezebel sent a messenger. Verse 2 inasema, Then Jezebel sent a messenger to Elijah, saying, So let the gods do to me, and more also, if I do not make your life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. Yani Jezebel uttered words in anger. Why was she angry? Because Elijah had killed all her prophets. And so Jezebel uttered, na akasema, tomorrow by this time, by my gods, with a small g, you shall be like what you did to my prophets. Elijah, a man of God, Elijah who has just called fire from heaven, he ran because of words that were spoken by Jezebel. how much more us? Elijah was a man of God. Yani, ukiangalia tu Bible, the miracles that he did. But on this particular time, words made Elijah akasema, I want to die. Today, in the name of Jesus, as we are not dying, we are not going to pay for the sins of the generation that passed. Amen. Even if you may some characteristics of what I've spoken in your family, today you're not going to be like Elijah. You will not die. In this house there is life. Amen. There is life and no one is dying. But Elijah decided to die and God honored his wish. If you decide to die, good. But there is life. There is life in the house to restore everything that the enemy took. Amen. Nehemiah chapter 4.
Nehemiah chapter 4 verse 1 and 3. But it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall, he was wroth and took great indignation and mocked the Jews. And he spoke before his brethren and the army of Samaria and said, what do these people choose? Will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in a day? Will they revive the stones out of the heaps with the rubbish which are burned? Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even that which they build, if a fox go up, he shall even break down their stone wall. Verse 11. And our adversaries said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come in the midst among them, and slay them and cause the work to cease.
Verse 11 inasema that the purpose of what they wanted, the adversary of Nehemiah, they wanted to make them weak. The Bible says in verse 11, they will never know nor see anything till we come into their midst and kill them and cause their work to cease. The reason for this verbal utterance, the reason for this verbal curse was to make them weak, to cause them not to complete the work that the Lord had commissioned them. So even you, as you're working in the ministry, as you're working in your calling, remember, it is not a guarantee that you will finish it. The guarantee is this, that you are alert in the spirit. You're able to discern like Nehemiah and pray and continue with the work that the Lord has given you. Amen? Amen? When our enemies heard that it was known to us and that God had brought their blood to nothing, that all of us returned to the world, everyone to his work. Amen? My key point here is when they heard that, when our enemies heard that it was known to us and that God had brought their blood to nothing. Today we are going to pray that every plot of the enemy, whether written, whether oral, against your life, today we are praying and asking God, reveal it unto me. Amen? Reveal it unto me. Whatever was done before I was born, Father, today reveal it unto me. Amen? I want you to go before God. I want you to go before God today. Like Nehemiah, reveal it unto me, my God. Reveal it unto me, King of glory. In the name of Jesus. And bring their blood to naught. And bring their blood to naught. My God and my Father, in my service, oh God, in my service, God Almighty, bring their plans to naught. Bring their plans to naught. Remember, if you are a worker, if you are a servant of the Most High God, don't sit there and act cute and think that all is well. And I want you to know something. The enemy will not just sit and watch you win souls, Pastor Brian. He will not sit down and watch you, Mike, do the work of God in this sanctuary. He will raise up people. He will raise up people to speak against you, to utter curses against you. Remember, Sanballat and all those people are people in authority. They were not just mere men. They were people in authority. And the Bible says that Nehemiah, kuna place walifika, they got discouraged. They got afraid. And the Bible says Nehemiah strengthen my hands. Today I want you to pray, my God, strengthen my hands. For me to complete like Nehemiah, to complete the wall of Jericho, to complete the wall of Jerusalem. Strengthen my hands, strengthen my hands. Remember, let me remind you something, what I said. A verbal utterance can cause you to be weak. Remember Elijah, after calling fire from heaven, another minute, the next chapter, I got afraid and I would die. Don't joke with utterances, they are dangerous. They can cause you not to finish your assignment on earth. I believe in the whole of my heart. It was not the purpose of God for Elijah to pass on the mantle at that particular time. I believe that there was more for him. Amen. That because of the words that was spoken by her enemies, his destiny was cut short. So today I want you to pray and believe. Strengthen my hands, oh God. Like Nehemiah, strengthen my hands. Strengthen my hands. In the name of Jesus.
Open your mouth in the mighty name of Jesus. Father, as we begin to pray this afternoon, we pray that you may open our minds to understanding, that we may know, my Father, what has been spoken in our lives. Open our minds, our Father, in the understanding, my Father. Let our prayers this afternoon be profitable. Let our prayers be profitable this afternoon. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, let our prayers be profitable. In the mighty name of Jesus, Holy Spirit, reveal unto us every scheme, reveal unto us every plan. In the mighty name of Jesus, reveal unto us this afternoon every word that has been spoken against our lives, against our destinies, against our callings. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, we bless your name, my Father. We glorify your name. In the mighty name of Jesus, this afternoon we pray, my Father. Teach our hands to walk, my Father. Teach us to walk this afternoon. Strengthen our hands. In the mighty name of Jesus, teach our hands to walk. Strengthen our hands. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. In the mighty name of Jesus, strengthen our hands. In the mighty name of Jesus, this is how we will pray. The Deaconess has shared with us 4 points. Amen. The first one is the parental utterances. Amen. So we will pray one after the other. Amen. Parental utterances. And one thing I've also noticed about the utterances, when we read Deuteronomy 33:6, at 33 verse 6, the Bible says that Moses aliambia Reuben that you shall live, amen, and your men shall not be few, amen, which means that they were producing, but it was not enough, amen. So the utterances of our parents, they make you, it's not that you will not produce, amen. You will produce, but not to your potential, amen. That you will do stuff, but not to your potential. So when we pray, amen, first we rebuke their utterances, amen. Then we break forth, amen. We break forth every hindrance in our lives. We break forth in the mighty name of Jesus. In the mighty name of Jesus, begin open your mouth. Open your mouth in the mighty name of Jesus. Father, this afternoon, my Father, we come against every parental utterances in our lives. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, every negative word, my Father, that have been spoken against our lives, that have been spoken against our bodies, that have been spoken against our destinies, against our education, that we shall not finish school. This afternoon, my Father, we nullify them, in the mighty name of Jesus, we nullify them, my Father.